now tuning in to the Val and Val Show, where conversation is art, 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 art. Conversation is art, conversation is art. You should chime in, ain't no telling what to spark on the Val and Val Show. Ain't no telling the Val and Val Show. You know, ain't no telling where we go on the Val and Val Show. Ain't no ceiling, cause the art of conversation is the flow. It's that creativity available when we speak, available in our homes, available in the streets. We just trying to get it sparking and take it a little deeper. Keep it casual while fireside chatting with our people. Yeah, we take it a little deeper. It get hot when we fireside chatting with our people. Cause conversation is art, conversation is art. You should chime in, ain't no telling what'll spark on the Val, the Val and Val Show. The Val and Val Show.
Well, hello there. Hello there. Welcome to Conversation is Art. And I am your lovely host. That's with an S. That's Val and Valerie. So welcome to Conversation is Art. Hope all is well. I missed you all. I was gone for 2 weeks. One was unplanned. But one thing about death, you can't make appointments for it. My uncle died, so I had to show up for that. And then we had our community reunion from my hometown, which was great. So I had a great time, came back real rested, and ready to chat with you folks. And also have a guest tonight. She's going to bring some energy, be assured. She will be bringing some energy to the show, okay? Most definitely will be bringing energy to the show. She is, I'm going to say this now, many of you may know, may not know, she belongs to me. I birthed her out of my loins, okay? And she does have her own way of thinking. So I'm going to do a disclaimer. Some of the things she say may or may not be supported or sanctioned by me. She's 30, almost 31. She has lived her life as an adult for a little while now, so she has her own opinion. So I'm just going to drop that out there. Those of you that know me, y'all will know when she's being me, and you'll know when she's being her, okay? So, those of you that know my mama, you may hear some of that too. So just want to throw that out there and let y'all get prepared. So again, welcome. Let me see who's already come in and said something. Oh, it's our favorite. Look, our favorite loyal fan, Miss Eleanor Fisher. She always shows up. So who I have tonight is Valese Nicole Jones. She was born in Birmingham, Alabama, as she like to say, on the west side, Inslee. She takes great ownership of that. She now lives in Dallas, Texas, where she is an entrepreneur, a mover and a shaker. She's the founder and CEO of Sincerely Nicole Media. She also does many other things. She's on, I don't know how many groups. I can't keep up. Okay. We just tell her to make sure that we can track her wherever she is. So without further ado, I'm going to bring her in. Hello there, Miss Valese Nicole. How are you? Welcome.
Hi everybody, how you doing?
Welcome. So, as you all can see, the title of our topic tonight is Exposing Scammers. And as we get started, you will discover how this topic came because Mary McMillan's granddaughter, she was lighting somebody up on TikTok for being a scammer. So I told her, I said, we probably need to talk about this. So that's what led to us having this topic tonight. And I know everybody know about scams. Probably all of us have been, some of us may have fallen for scams or either realize, hey, this is a scam that's going on. So how you doing, Miss Valese? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's a long day. Well, it's been a long week, a long short week. And it's the summertime, so this is my busiest season. So I'm
Okay.
actually tired today.
You're tired?
Yes.
So what you telling the people? You might not be as lit.
Might not be as lit. I'm still gonna get y'all still gonna laugh and get some gems, but might not be as lit as y'all used to.
Yeah, but she coming for you. She coming for you. She coming for you. So first of all, tell the people what you do and how you got to doing what you do, which will lead to why she was giving this person the business?
As she said, I'm a publicist. I own my own firm. Sincerely Nicole Media. I also do event planning as well. In addition to PR work. And yeah, I guess that's so I'm very well versed. So that's why I was able to call out said person that she's talking about, but I'll let her start that conversation out.
Okay. So you had the opportunity to be honored as a recipient of an award. And that, what were you, the media maven? Is that
Media Maven.
yeah, media maven? So originally the surprise was gonna be her dad going out there to surprise her. And I hope my computer, because I'm freezing on my own. So I hope y'all can still hear me, even if you can't know what's going on.
We
Teresa,
can hear you.
huh?
We can hear you, but it's
Yeah,
freezing up.
yeah. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, so that fell through because they had to reschedule the event, which in the end we were glad that it did fail. So, but at least you want to tell them about this event that you were so elated to be honored at, you and many other people from all across the United States, as a fact. So, just tell us, how it came to be.
I don't know when she started. It was allegedly supposed to be the fifth event. She emailed, said she wanted to honor me, whatever. I'm like, cool. It was in Houston. It was the Hills and Hustle Her Awards Gala. So, like my mom said, she ended up rescheduling it, which I wasn't super mad about because when that was February, Black History Month, once again, one of my very busy times of the year. So I was okay with her rescheduling it for a later date. That didn't bother me at all. Um, but I don't even know where to start with when we went to got to this event. It was not no gala. People need to learn the definition of words first off. Start there. Number two, she had a room full of very, very talented women and women who are doing some amazing things. But the sad part is we didn't all even get to network and talk to each other because I feel like everybody was honing their energy in on trying not to be mad about coming to this event. Because I'm not, our family reunions are more organized and more prestigious than the gala was.
It was okay. So, when you got there, because for 5 years, you think this should be a well-oiled machine, barring the electricity or something go out that's beyond your control, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you got there, what was the first sign you knew something was wrong?
Well, we walked in and she didn't check anybody's ticket. She said everybody who's here is supposed to be here. That was the first thing. Then when you look up and see, the room was not, it wasn't decorated worth nothing. And then, I kid you not, we saw somebody going around on the table putting the plastic utensils like you get from the restaurant, taking it out the packet and putting it on the plates. And at that point, I knew I was like, I could have stayed in Dallas. I could have been in my bed. I could have been on my couch with my dog. I could have been minding my business.
And the reason being because that weekend, that was the weekend of what? You had a very busy weekend.
I had a very busy weekend. Okay, that was in March. What was going on that weekend?
Um, Spinderella, when she coming?
Oh yeah, I had the '90s party. I had the '90s party. It was something else that happened too that week. It was just a busy, like I said, February and March are really busy because that's Black History Month and Women's History Month, and that's
Yeah.
most of my clientele. So anything that I have to do, that was actually my first weekend off since
Okay.
February, and so that was the first time I would have been off in like 2 months. But instead, I was in Houston eating, being served pancakes with grilled chicken at 4 p.m. at a gala.
Okay. So now let me tell you all where, because I bought a ticket. It was 2 for 1. And what gave me pause, because after I bought the tickets, I said, Valese, I said, I didn't get a confirmation email, right? So I went online, I emailed her, and she said, oh, uh, you confirmed, which I thought was strange. I mean, like Valese said, most folks, when you, I mean, if you use Eventbrite, you get a confirmation. And I don't even know what link we use to sign up.
It was through her website.
Okay, then. So nothing. So that was fine. Okay, your name is on the list. That was fine. And Terrell, it was supposed to have been formal, but Terrell was like, I ain't finna get no tux. So he was just gonna dress up his nice black suit, which we're happy that's all we did as well. So Valise gets there and they go through this. They got the breakfast at 4. And these
Oh, we didn't
tickets
even
were
get it
how
at
much?
4. We
What
didn't
time
get
you
that
got?
at 4. That was at 5 p.m. Now, mind you,
Okay.
this event started at 3. We didn't see no food come until 4:30, 5 o'clock, and it was cold. You had pancakes, some patty sausages, and what we discovered was shrimp pasta. But you didn't know it was shrimp pasta
Oh,
until you dug down in it. Um, because and that was a liability within itself. Then, not to mention, during this whole time, this girl has not introduced herself. She ain't even started the event. Like, we just sitting there at the tables talking to each other.
okay. So did she have some helpers? Did she have some people assisting her, or was this a one woman show?
Um, I think it was like a decorator that she said, like, supposed to be a decorator, and I'm not mad at the decorator for what she did, because obviously you couldn't pay that lady worth nothing, and if so she just did what she did. And I guess the person that was going around putting the little utensils on the plates. But from what I could see, she was supposed to be running this whole thing herself, and not in an efficient way. And yes, I am hard on people because I have ran way bigger events by myself, a whole lot better than it.
Okay, so with this, so you get there, y'all had a breakfast. Somebody just said that was breakfast at dinner, but it was a cold breakfast at dinner. So these tickets were they 175? They
Her
were,
tickets were her tickets were $150, and that's what she gave people.
and we got buy one get one free. Um, so
And then come
go,
to find out, she was also charging certain nominees to come to the event. Like, she charged them for their tickets. I found out I didn't get charged, and I guess it's because, like, she saw the stuff that I was doing, and like the my name and people that I had worked with and stuff, and was like, oh, I'm not gonna charge her because whatever. But she charged some of those other women that were
so
honored
some
to be
people
there.
paid to go be honored. First of all, that
Yes,
I would not have done. No, you're not gonna be honoring me, and I gotta pay to be honored. No, no. Now tell the people where people were from, how far people came.
you had people from Atlanta, from New York, of course, a lot of people from Dallas came down. Which Dallas is like 3.5 hours from Houston, driving wise. Like I said, Atlanta, New York. I think somebody from California came. It was just really bad. And then also you gotta realize she changed that last event at the last minute. So a lot of them people already had flew in or had their tickets and couldn't get out of it. So they didn't took a whole trip to Houston. That they didn't need to take. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
Also, I didn't really. She canceled that close to it happening.
Ma, remember she canceled that night before.
Okay, so tell the people what her reason was for canceling.
She alleged that something had happened to somebody in her family, but that's a lie. The lie
You
detector test determined it was a lie.
you don't believe the woman mama was sick?
No, that lady, she's a liar. No, she spent all the money on her red bottoms that she can't walk in.
Oh, she had on red bottoms.
Yeah, that she can't walk in.
So she's material. Like material things, and getting other people to fund her life. So Valise, now tell the people. First, let me say this, you all. The website, the information that she had out there. I mean, y'all. Oh my God, simply beautiful. The advertisement for this, simply beautiful. It's a shame that this young lady has done this because she has. I mean, it's a great idea. A great idea. But tell the people how y'all I can't even ask without laughing. How did y'all awards get announced?
We announced our awards like you announced yourself on the first day of class. In grade school. You know how you go around and the teacher say, tell everybody who you are and give one sentence. And to this day, I have checked in with plenty of ladies. They have not received their awards, because that's another thing, guys. We didn't actually get the awards, the award ceremony, because she didn't have them. She said they would be mailed to us at a later date with an entire VIP package. None of the ladies have received that.
Oh, Valese, wait a minute. I got to put this one up. This is hilarious. Guess what? She was an Anita Baker. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. That is it. So, everyone, welcome to Conversations Art, the Val and Valerie Show. We're talking to Valese Nicole Jones, CEO and owner of Sincerely Nicole Media. She is talking about scammers, her recent experience with a scammer who she has given the business. And be assured, I hope girlfriend know she ain't gonna get away with it too easy. So she was just sharing that they actually had to pass the mic and tell the people what award they had been given, and the awards were not there. So after all of this transpired, Valise, and you went back home after your busy weekend, what made you start looking into her? What made you say, let me see what's really going on here?
Well, I didn't even look into her. Initially, I slept on it and was like, I'm gonna email her, and I emailed her a very nice email of how I was displeased with the whole situation and letting her know that I did not appreciate it. What happened was she called herself ignoring me, but wrong person, because you're gonna answer me. So okay, I gave her a courtesy. I gave her 72 hours to respond to my email. She did not respond. So then I go on her social media, because I see she on social media talking and coming and say, hey, I emailed you. So then at that point, I guess it clicked in her head like, oh, she one of them people that probably say something out loud if I don't respond
Mm-hmm.
to her. So then she sends me back a very half written thing about a refund, which is not even what remotely what most of my email was about. Because I did want a refund for Bridget Ticket, but I didn't really care about the refund. Um, it was more so about the event, and I actually went in the beginning. My spirit was like, if you need help, like, we can talk about that. I can help you out at a discounted price to help make this event better. But when she chose to respond like that, that's when it became a problem for me. And so then once she responded that way, I asked her, was that her final answer? And she said yes. And so right after that, I sat in my car, I propped my phone up, and posted my TikTok video.
Tell the people what you said on the TikTok video.
Girl, I don't remember exactly what I said. I got ADHD. Y'all go over there on my TikTok and go look. But
And your TikTok is what?
the neighborhood publicist.
The
It's
neighborhood publicist.
and it's a playlist called the Heels and Hustles Her Scammer. And every time she posts something, I be right there commenting on it to tell everybody she's a scammer.
Well, this is what I find ironic. The Heel and Hustlers. Now, y'all, the name of it is for women that's hustling, but she is also a hustler. It sounds like in the wrong way.
Well, yes, because what I discovered upon posting that TikTok video, there were so many women who were reaching out to me in my DMs, coming on the TikTok, because I actually post that one on TikTok and Instagram, coming on the TikTok, telling me like, baby, she been scamming since she was out here doing hell, and her name is Niecy Wiles. Niecy Wiles in Houston. She is a scammer. If you see her, run the other way. She a lie and the truth ain't in her.
So, what you said it's called the Heels and Hustlers. I'm typing it with your TikTok.
My playlist would it just say Heels and Hustle Her Scam.
Okay.
The playlist on my TikTok. But yeah, on my TikTok, I got every video that I done made about her on there. And like I said,
I'm
every
looking
time
for it.
I see her do something, I make a video. And then also, I got a bunch of information that I collected from other women that she scammed. Proof I got like over 100 emails of her scamming them. And I sent it to the Attorney General.
That's Mary Mack, y'all. My mama used to do stuff like that.
Because it's fraud. And I don't care about her being black. I'm not tearing no black woman down, because guess what? You can't tell down. You can't tell down nobody who ain't doing nothing to be tore down. You scamming people. I don't care if you black, green, white, in between. If you come across my path, I'm gonna let the people know.
And look, let's dig down to that because too often people say, "Well, oh, they just try to do the best they can, or they black. Don't be tearing another black person
No, I
down."
don't believe in none of that.
Tell people why you believe in that.
I don't believe in none of that because terrible people come in all colors, and I'm not gonna rock with you just because we're black. That's very surface level reason to be in community with somebody. If you are a terrible person and you're doing wrong, wrong is wrong, right is right. I don't care about you being black. I am never going to be on your side if you are wrong.
You
Now, what
know,
I do is privately give you an opportunity to correct yourself, which is what I did with her. And when you decide not to take that opportunity that I gave you, because what the Lord said, want to come before destruction, and I will be the destruction.
y'all here bring the scripture in. Look, that's Mary Mack. That's Mary Mack. But look, okay, so she's done this. Is she gone away or she's come back in another way?
So she pretended like I'm a Klaus Hills hustle, like she got on Instagram live, did her whole little sob story, boo hoo, blah blah blah. My life hard. Okay, girl, if it, we all got pain. Um, but she tried to get on there and lie and say like, oh, she's trying to tear me down and build clout off my name. When I have more social media followers than her. So I was like, how am I trying to build clout off your name? So there's that. But just in general, I have no reasons to build clout off anybody's name. Because I'm me. Like I'm me and I'm doing well out here in life. In real life. I'm not having to take money and scam people and robbing Peter to pay Paul. I don't live my life that way. I try to live my life very integral because I don't want nobody to be able to ever get on social media and call me no scammer and say I did wrong by them. And if I do just so happen to drop the ball on something, you know what I do? I make it right.
And that's what you should do. That's what too often in businesses now, the service is not what it used to be. And when you say something to someone, they acting like you're the problem. This is something your grandmother used to say. Mommy say, listen, I ain't gonna beg you and pay you too. That was mama thing. I'm not gonna beg you and pay you too. And it's sad now. You can have someone that give you a good service first couple of times, then the third time they just go left. It's almost like we're not living in a world where people realize I want customers for life. And that was a book I read many, many years ago. As a matter of fact, it was a Cadillac dealership owner in Dallas. I believe he was in Dallas. And he went what people deem up and beyond for his customers. But his thing was like, I want these people that every Cadillac they buy from now on, I want them to come back to me. And that's how he operated his business. So much so that he even had crews drive cars up north for his customers that had maybe relocated and flew them back. And people was like, are you crazy? A plane ticket costs this. He said, this particular lady, that was a 6-car bag from me. What's a plane ticket? So people got to think about they want customers for life. And hopefully, because I really like the concept of her, but she may have just marred it. She can't. Do you think she can recover from this, Valese? She might not can
I mean,
recover.
here's the thing: she can recover from it because what she's gonna do is just keep going to different pockets of people. That's why I'm hoping the attorney general hurry up and get her, so she can't do business no more. Because people like her, what they do is they keep going to different pockets of people. You get them over here, you get them over there, and especially because black women, particularly, we don't like to publicly go against each other like that very often. We'll remain silent because so many, like I said, so many of those women had like where she stolen thousands from these people and they had not said anything
Mm-mm.
publicly. And a lot of them thanked me for being willing to say something publicly. A lot of the women that was at the awards, they thanked me for being willing to say something publicly. But I would like to say this. Y'all gotta stop being cowards because y'all always want to leave one person out to say something, to be the person to stand up, and then y'all all want to, walk around, toot around. Y'all don't ever really want to support them until they have gotten the consequences for, standing up for you.
Yeah, or the benefit. The benefit. I never forget early in I've been a nurse probably 4 or 5 years, and a position came open, and they didn't do right by it. This was my first experience with overt racism, and I came from Little Atmore, okay, but it was here in Birmingham. So I was like, you know what? I'm filing a grievance. So I did. I tried to get. It was 3 other people too they had applied for a different job. I tried to get them to, be put their name on the letter with me. Because that's one thing, nothing else. Mary McMillan taught us about writing the letter. Now we can email. So I submitted the letter. Nobody would put their name on it. Well, when it went down before the hearing, they ruled in my favor. Then everybody wanted to say, "Oh, the same thing happened to us," and they were told. They said, "Well, you should have been down here with Valerie." And I get that all the time. Why are we so afraid? People take all kind of stuff on jobs. People take money from them, and they be like, "I don't want to hurt them. They hurting you," and it ain't about tit for tat. But we got to stop people from doing immoral, illegal, fraudulent things. And the only way to do that is if you say something, call them out on it. And most often, unless they are really narcissistic, which some are, they will back off. Now she may have to leave Texas now to try to do something, Valese, since you've called
That's
her out.
that's my goal. My goal is to make sure well, first off, she did, because this is a federal crime. I would just like you all to know this. You cannot go publicly out and say you are closing your business. You cannot do that. You cannot publicly say you are closing your business. Now you're going to shut it down, give it a date where you shut it down, and then decide to change your mind and come back and reopen it. That is a federal crime, by the way, and you get a nice hefty fine for doing that. So you cannot do that. So if you ever feeling discouraged, like you want to close your business, do not get on social media and tell the people I'm shutting my business down, because if the feds find out, they can see you a nice bill. And I made sure that the feds found out for her.
You
I
send them the
sent them the
link.
I sent them the video. I did. Surely did.
Yeah, that's Mary McMillan. That's Mary McMillan. Now I will fight the good fight. So that's a little bit of me. A little bit of me. Because, okay, so moving on. So after this happened, it wasn't so much a scam, but then you had a potential client that it didn't work out. Was kind of like you felt like it was gonna be scamish, right?
No, she a scammer too.
Okay, what was she doing?
She's scamming the elderly.
Oh no.
She's scamming the elderly. She got these people. Basically, what she do is she take to get these people money. They like a cult. It's kind of scary. They really remind me of the MAGA people, just on a smaller scale, with how just she got their minds work. So she'll start things, get people to pay all this money for it, but she doesn't actually execute it. And so then she'll do another thing and get the money for it to like make up and pay for that thing that she didn't execute.
Almost
And
like a
so
Ponzi scheme, getting the
almost like
money.
a Ponzi scheme, basically. That's what she's basically running. But thank the Lord has sent, one of my friends. We do a lot of stuff together, and she had kind of like told me, to watch out for her. And as soon as she told me that Monday, got a call on Tuesday, baby, where all the floodgates open of all the evil stuff she's been around her doing to people. Um, but that one, I only know hearsay on that one, so I can't say too much because that's actually in some serious litigation gonna be going on with that. But yeah, she is a scammer. If you see the patio chick, don't you sign up for that, okay? Don't
Yeah.
sign up for that.
And I'm glad you brought in the elderly, Valise, because they are definitely targets. You are number one, elderly people. They're lonely a lot of times. So anybody calling them on the phone or sometimes knocking on the door, even with my mother, and I had to tell her mom, if anybody call here, first of all, don't open this door for anybody, not even anybody because people that was born and raised down here will bust you in your head trying to get your money. Uh, and definitely, if anyone call you, your words to them is you have to talk to my daughter. And I never forget one time I was home, one of the scammers called, and I was standing in the kitchen, and Mom was saying, "You got to talk to my daughter." And he was telling her, "You grown, you ain't." I don't have to talk to your daughter. I got the phone. I said, "Oh, yeah, she does have to talk to her daughter because I got power of attorney. I run everything up in here to protect her against people like you." And so people they get lonely and they will give people money. I'm just amazed, not even just elderly, but I'm amazed at how many people give people thousands of dollars.
Well, the top two groups that's getting scammed right now is the elders and Gen Z. The internet scams is getting both of them
Okay,
groups more than anybody
what the
else.
you doing?
Girl, they just be on here giving people money, giving people their information.
Oh
They don't
no.
know. They don't, especially unfortunately. But some of it's not their fault. But this is also Google AI, all that stuff fault. Because people have lost the integrity. So now Google lets people buy ads, and they're a fake AT&T. And if you somebody who don't pay attention, you didn't put your information in there. Now they didn't ran your whole card. They getting got by people. These little cash app scams.
Oh yeah, no. Well, one thing, y'all, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna say I cannot be gotten, but you're gonna be hard pressed to get me my information. And when you start sending me some cash out requests, as a matter of fact, for our Freemanville reunion, my cousin, she didn't know how to use cash out. First of all, she was trying to pay me her reunion fee, but she sent me a request for the amount. And when I saw the name, I was like, the last name sounded familiar, but we don't call. See, first of all, you need to put your cash app in the name that the folks in your family call you. So she had her government name, and I was like, wait a minute. So I immediately hit block. But as I walked out the door, I said, wait a minute, that was her. So I called her. I said, girl, what are you trying to do? She said, I said, well, honey, I don't block you. I said, let me go unblock you, unblock you. I said, because she was sending $175, but she requested it. So finally, I talked her through how to send money on cash out. But it was too funny. I was like, I might get got, but not for no thousand. I mean, you see it on TV. These people, I'm gonna talk about women because women do this more than men. This Joe Blow show up that you've been talking to online, and the first thing he do is need to borrow money. If that ain't a sign of a scammer.
That's because we know it. That's a subject for another day. The desperation and y'all just want to be married and have a man at all costs. But like I said, that's a subject for another day. I'm not. I don't got the energy for this
She
subject.
thought to pick me. We'll talk about pick me syndrome later. But anyway, so Valise, so what give some advice you would give to people that when I say scam, somebody like this girl who obviously has a track record, what's the process they would go to make sure they can shut somebody down like that? What tell us what would people need to do?
Well, for one, you have to have proof. I am a paper trail girl. That's why I email, because guess what? You can't lie. It ain't gonna never be he say she say over here with me, because I'm gonna have everything you said in writing, whether it be an email, a text message, or a DM. All that is admissible in court. Just to let y'all know, you can use all that information. You can also use any of that information to prove a contract and an agreement between you and somebody. So don't let nobody fool y'all and tell y'all that's not a legally binding. If somebody get in your DMs and tell you they was gonna do XYZ with some money and you send it to them and they don't, you can sue them and take them to small claims court, and that DM will be your contract and you'll win.
And people don't think about that because it is. You put something in writing, it's a legal binding contract. And if you got to record it verbally, it's a legally binding contract. But a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just let things go. But the only way to stop this criminal behavior is to say something. And don't be running around here scared. Because I always look at this. If you can't do it for yourself, I always think about my older aunts and stuff like that. My mom and dad are deceased now, but people I care about. I don't want my kids taken advantage of. Anybody that I know, not just anybody I know and love, but anybody I know, a friend, a co-worker, or whatever. I don't want them taken advantage of. And as Valise said, in the day of AI, we got to be really, 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 really careful and pay attention to stuff like that because people are slick and cunning. If y'all don't believe the Bible, that's one thing in the Bible is true, y'all. Okay, that one is true. People will get more slick and wicked as time go on, and they don't have it. They don't feel any remorse about it. They don't feel anything.
Yeah, and here's the thing. For you people who walk around, the world needs you little nice, happy go lucky people for the balance. But y'all need to get a mean friend, okay? A mean friend that will protect you from being too nice. Get you a friend like me, because I'm always gonna be the one to look at somebody crazy and ask them what's going on. Because I don't believe in nobody playing in my face. You can ask. This is my mother. I don't even let my mama and daddy get away with certain stuff. So you definitely, as a person who I don't love and care about, you for sure not getting away with it.
And I'm like that too. Mama, that's how Mira raised us. I mean, we could challenge them. And I gave my kids permission they can challenge me because we're not always right. The other side of that is that with the way technology and stuff, you got to check your stuff. You need to be checking your bank accounts, checking things. Also, I got to email the other email. It's a we're holding a package from you from China, the US Post Office. You need to click on this link to do such and such. It's amazing how many people would click on the link, but people do click on the link.
Yep, the
Uh,
phishing links. Be careful with that in your emails as well.
yeah,
It's people. I This is my just rule of thumb. If your number ain't saved to my phone, I ain't answer nothing from it. I just don't answer nothing from it. And if you a real person, you'll text me or you'll call again and leave a voicemail, and then you'll prove to me that you're real. Um, I'm not. I Like I said, I'm not saying you have to walk around being cynical, but I do think you have to be more astute and more on guard and pay attention to people. And here's the thing: most of my clientele, I'm not finna sit up here and say, "Oh, because a couple black women was scamming because they was black women." That, oh, that's a reflection of the entire race, because that's something that I hate that y'all do. Like, a black person do something wrong, now it's a reflection of all of us. No, there are bad black people. There are bad people in every group, because there are just bad people in this world. There are people who just do trifling stuff. There are people who do trifling stuff out of circumstances. Like, they might not be overall bad people, but they just made a bad decision.
desperate.
Um, and that's okay. We do not have to take up for somebody just because they're black. Like, you don't have to put yourself on a cross for them, because everybody does not deserve that. And that's something in our community that we got to stop doing. And I'm not saying you have to completely tear somebody down or destroy somebody's business. In her case, I'm destroying her business because she has an 18-year track record of doing this across the industry. So that's why I'm on a mission to make sure this woman can never do business again. But if this was an honest mistake and she would have been humble about it and asked me for help, I would have helped her to make this event what she wanted it to be. Because it's a very, like Mom said, it's a very good
It
concept.
is.
Even the whole group that she wants to do is a very good concept. But she has no business trying to empower no women, because she's not empowered herself. Um, and that's telling by your actions that you're taking from women who work very hard, who really are trying to work towards their dreams. And I take personal offense to that, like, because that's most of my clientele. And I also remember being a young, very young business owner, trying to find like people to help me and mentor me. And I thank God that I didn't come across people who wanted to take advantage of me, that I came across people who wanted to help me, who were genuine. Those women are still in my life today, that and they pour into me and they work with me and stuff. Like, now those women actually view me as a peer more than they do a mentee. So that's all I'm saying. Like, y'all, we can't keep sweeping stuff under the rug, because, like, my granddad used to say, sometimes, like, God prays so much that sometimes we start doing all the bad stuff that the white folks do too. Like, you pray so much to get out of abundance from them that we start acting like them. And that's what I don't like. We don't need to do this blind following each other. Because at that point, we ain't no better than Make America Great Again over there with Trump now.
True. And that's it. This is another thing your dad say. Look, anybody you pray to be like or you covet them, you're getting the seen in the unseen. And the unseen is usually some dirty, ugly stuff. So just be you. Just be you. You think this person over here got it so good. You don't know what's going on behind their doors of their home. They could be getting their head welled up. They could be snorting lines of coke. You don't know if they got mental issues or not. So you start coveting people, you get all of that stuff. So with that being said, Valese, you want to close out and give us a word for the people because I know you're tired. You've had a long day. So what you want to tell the people?
I want to say, if you a scammer, stop it. Stop it, because you see 2024 is the year, baby. Everybody's spot getting blowed up. Whatever you doing in the dark, baby, it ain't gonna just come to the light. It's gonna be a beaming spotlight on it right now. So you might want to just stop.
Hey, like
Um,
what is it? LED lights.
yeah,
Right.
you might just want to stop. You better go on ahead and take what you done got away with, and turn your life around. And number two, if you know somebody is doing, if you see something, say something. Like, it is our duty. That's our only line of defense, y'all, to protect. That's the community. is to speak up and say, hey, this is what's going on. Even if you're not somebody bold enough to publicly do it on a platform as big as I did, if you see somebody working with that person, tell them, like, hey, watch that. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch that. This is what I know about them. Now, if that person choose to go forward and do, work with them,
Yeah.
that's on them. But now you have at least told them that, hey, you gave them the warning. That's what you're supposed to do. Especially if you are, especially if you call yourself a Christian, we are supposed to be each other's keepers. We're supposed to watch each other's back and give each other wise counsel. So if you're sitting back letting something happen to somebody and you could have said something and prevented them from making a huge mistake, that falls on you. Like,
Yeah.
some of that responsibility is now on you for sitting back and not saying anything. And number 3, stop being so cowardly. I don't know how. I don't know how you build up the muscle of courage. And I know some people is just in them and not on them, because I'm just one of them people that God just wired me like that. Like that, I just can't sit back and accept crap from people. But if you're not one of them people, do me a favor, go to therapy, talk to your therapist, build up some courage. Because I not only see this affecting people in their business lives, but I see it constantly affecting them in their personal life and the decisions of the people that they choose to keep around them, which is keeping them from reaching their potential.
True, very true. That's some words of wisdom, you all. And I can say this, as her mother, she got some of men. Our It's on our bloodline, y'all. We are fighters. We are boat rockers, boat tippers. We will turn the boat over if necessary. And that's sometimes we would jump in a fight for somebody else that, as Valese said, we feel like they too weak to do it, but they'll be doing wrong. I'm gonna speak up for them because everybody is not able to. However, you should be able to at least say or write what happened, even if you don't have the fortitude or the boldness to speak it out. Because if you call these people out, it gets harder. It's something my mom used to always say. She said, Val, I speak out on things because even if they continue it, they got to get a little bit more slicker and cunning. They can't be as overt with it when you call them out. And that's in anything. That's in jobs, when you're hiring. If you know they have bad hiring practices, call them out. Call them out. So the next time they do that job and gonna give it to their best friend child, they got to do some little bit more maneuvering and slickery to do it without it being so obvious. And you all, with the way this world is going, if we don't speak up, we're gonna be further than the bottom. My pastor says something, Thomas Beaver says, it's tiring to climb high and you're still at the bottom. So we got to hold people to integrity, because we should not do what was done to oppress our people for years, being taken advantage of, not being paid fair wages, land taken from us, being overcharged for things, greatly more so than other races and everything. So y'all, we have got to do better. And even in politics. Stop sending them same crooks back down that they haven't done you any good. Like Valese said, just because they're black don't mean they have your best interest. And if they've shown you they don't have your best interest at heart, you need to cut them off. I don't care how many children they got. Let them go sell some cans and feed them. But
They
they ain't
should have
gonna
thought
continue
about their
this.
own children.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. So anyway, thank you for being on. I'm gonna let you go on and log off because I know you've had a long day. I'm gonna do some little commercials before I close out. So thank you, sweetie. Oh, and Cookie said hi. Listen, I got my grandpa. It's getting longer and longer. It used to be a month. Now it's well, actually 3 months.
I got no. She came June.
She stayed a month. She came
Oh
back
well,
July 4th.
child, I got to go just in the end of this month. I got to go to Atlanta. Then I got to go to New Orleans for SFA. Then I got to go right to San Francisco. Child, she where she need to be
I think she's scamming me, but I'm trying to get her to help me retire. So I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. Have a good one, sweetie. I'll talk to you
at.
later.
Right, right.
Bye bye. So look, you all, I found out that this month is mental health month. And like I said, I'm freezing. I hope y'all can still hear me. Um, this is men's mental health month. I didn't know anything like that existed. But I want to just put this out here. Men, go get therapy. Go get therapy for you, for your family, for your community. Many of you all are not okay, especially in the Black community. Go get therapy. You need to talk to somebody to process your issues. Stop walking around here angry and hostile and breathing all that stuff. That's some of y'all reasons of having heart attacks, strokes, all those things that happen because you have so much frustration on the inside of you. And generally, you take it out on the people that are there trying to help you, those closer to you. So go get help. Even in today's world, if you can't afford a therapist, look for some reputable stuff that's on YouTube. They have some great programs and stuff to just help you work through whatever is causing you so much pain. Yes, we all know about it. We all know about it. And yes, so listen to what Valese said about watching for scammers. Someone just put in here about the fake grants and stuff. Y'all, you need to vet everything that's on social media. That's on social media. Remember that. And you all, next week we're gonna have this young lady here, Kennedy Moore. She's an entrepreneur and a servant of God, living saved in a world gone wild. This will be a great talk. She has a great testimony and rededicating her life to Christ in 2021, being committed to just living a holy life. And I know that ain't popular, and that's what she's going to talk about. Her how she came to realize, all this other stuff is not working for me. Let me return to my first love. So those of you that have a problem with Christian content, Conversations Art is not the place for you, because I am a believer and I do bring in the word of God and I have all types of conversations. So we will be talking to Kennedy Moore on next week, and I'm really looking forward to that. So thank you all for joining. Please share and like our page, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Take care, and y'all have a good